So I found that if you start watching this season of Scream Queens without any expectations, that you can actually really enjoy the episode, because I was laughing out loud, literally, seriously, in this episode, and I just enjoyed it for a comedy, and I thought it was just okay. And I'm like, is there something wrong with me? Because people were tweeting me that it sucked and it was super boring, and I was like, how did I enjoy it? But I think it's literally because I turned my brain off before I started watching it, and I was like, I'm just gonna watch this for what it is, and I just took it as a comedy, and it made me happy, so I was all good with it. Anyway, it's just not the season for theorizing and trying to figure out who the killers are, because I really just don't give a crap, to be totally honest, because they haven't made us give a crap, in my opinion. I know some of you guys really love it, and I'm not trying to put you guys down, and that's so cool if you love it, because hey, why watch something if you don't really like it? I like it enough to keep watching it. If I hated it, I would have already ditched it. But I was happy to see in the very beginning Catherine, or the girl who played Catherine from How to Get Away with Murder. I was like, yes, I love it when my shows cross over. But she was funny because she had like 4 arms and 4 legs, and it was funny. It was so funny to me because the second pair of hands were obviously like a man's hands or something. They just did that to make it so unrealistic, even though it was so unrealistic anyway, and I found that funny, and I was like, that's one thing I can laugh at this episode, because they're trying so hard to just not give a crap, it seems like, that it's actually kind of funny. So, Brock had basically the whole episode was pretty much about him and his crazy hand, which is absolutely ridiculous to the point that it's not even funny, but it is kind of, but I actually found it funny. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? So I just want to say that my girl Denise, I think she's coming back. She's in that like cryogenic chamber. They wouldn't have her body all preserved if she wasn't coming back to life. So that's given me a lot of hope, but it's given me life, and I think she's coming back. So thumbs up for that. I even have hope that Chad's going to come back, because you just never know. Anything goes with this show. So I'm excited by that. Honestly, not a whole lot happened in this episode, which I know is shocking, but that's kind of the way this season goes. We're not going to find out who the Green Meanie is until the finale, and for those of you who have asked me, like, who do I think the Green Meanie is, and I've probably told some of you I have no idea, I do have an idea now, and it's basically based off of Snapchat, but I think it's the Dean, because, hey, why not, and because they do have a history after season 1 of making it like a major character. I know some of you want it to be Chamberlain, but I feel like that's even more lame because we don't even know this guy. But I was watching Lea Michelle's Snapchat one day, and she was on set, and she was trying to show like Jamie Lee or ask her a question, and Jamie Lee kind of freaked out, and she was like, oh no, you can't show me because it's a surprise, and like she looked over at her and she was like, oh. And I'm like, why would the Dean ever be dressed in a way that would shock us unless she had part of a Green Meanie costume on? So that's what I think. I mean, I don't know, unless she like dies or gets really injured and had some kind of injury costume on. I'm not really sure. But anyway, it was interesting, I guess, that Dr. Brock was able to fight off the Green Meanie with the crazy hand. I would like to know what your thoughts are on who is the final Green Meanie and why you think that. Some people have said Zayday, which I guess I could see that as well. We didn't even see Zayday or Chamberlain in this episode. So we have this issue with Hoffel and Cassidy, because Hoffel wants him to kill Chanel 1 and the other Chanels. Well, he's definitely not going to kill his girlfriend, and then she doesn't want him to kill Chanel 1. So a lot of you tweeted me during the show saying you think that he will kill Hoffel. I very much support this theory. I think that's very much going to happen. And I think all of our big stars like John Stamos and Taylor and Kirsty will either die at the end of this series or season, or they'll move away or something. I just think they're kind of like one-time actors in this. They're just like little guests, you know, like making guest appearances. So I don't think we're going to see them if there's a 3rd season, and that's a big if. That's the other question I get asked a lot. Will this show get renewed? I don't know, to be completely honest. If it doesn't, I think it's okay. I think season 1 was really great and it was perfect. It was the perfect mix of horror and comedy. The jokes were just great. The horror was funny and good too, and there was a mystery that was real and we could really theorize. So this season has been a big letdown from that season, and I think if we keep up with this formula, because basically they're just doing the same thing with the ridiculous costume bad guy and the multiple killers and something about a baby and the Chanels, I just think it's going to get really old really fast, and I don't really see the need for extra seasons unless they can really spice it up for like a third season. So what do you guys think about that? Are you hoping for a third season? What can they do for a third season? If there's a third season, I will absolutely be watching and hoping that they can revitalize it and make it better, make it more like season 1. But I don't really know if that's gonna happen. Just gonna put that out there. So one of the scenes that made me laugh so hard, I don't know why, but I found it so funny, was when like the medical guy came to watch Brock do that surgery on the How to Get Away with Murder girl, and his hand was out of control, so he immediately like slapped him, and then the dean slapped Brock because she was like, yes, this is how we greet each other in Baltimore. Like, that was so stupid, but I just found it really funny. He was like meeting this guy, and he had all this stupid like pop-ups on his computer for male enhancement. At the same time, the guy thought he was crazy. But then we had the 2 meaningless deaths in this episode of one of the new Chanels and the medical guy, which is just like, that's killing it too, because we can't keep killing off people we just freaking met. I mean, at least last season we actually established some of these people, the sorority fraternity people, so we knew them at least, but I don't know. I know they gotta kill people, but when we're just killing randoms for the sake of killing people, it's the equivalent to me of the walkers dying in The Walking Dead. It's like, I don't care that person died, like, who cares? We're just killing people for body count. Like, who cares about that? So anyway, Brock is getting a new hand, or got a new hand. I can't remember if they had the surgery or not. But the biggest thing happening in this episode didn't even happen in this episode. It happened in the preview. We see that Wes, Grace's dad, is coming back. And for all of you who were hoping that Grace was coming back, and for all of you hoping that Grace is the green meanie, well, I don't know. It's looking more possible now that her dad is coming back. That doesn't make much sense to me that she's the green meanie, but maybe, I don't know, at least it would be sort of shocking. Actually, not that shocking since everyone has pretty much tweeted or commented that theory to me. But hey, I don't know where it's going. I really don't. I'm just going to watch, have fun, enjoy it, laugh at the funny things, and hope for the best. And whatever the reveal of the green meanie is, I'm just going to be like, oh, okay. I didn't have any hopes for you. I didn't think that it was going to be that great, so I'm not going to be sad if it sucks. So just let me know what your thoughts are so far on Scream Queens this season, and who you think the green meanie is, and do you think there'll be a third season? I'm covering all of this season, and I'll be here for the third if it happens, and probably the 4th. So please subscribe if you haven't. I'm trying to reach 6,000 at this point, and if you would thumbs up this video, of course, that always helps me. I have so much fun talking to you guys. I don't say it enough, but you guys, this is, for me, a hobby that I love so much, and I'm so glad that I can share my love of TV with you guys. So thank you for making every day for me a better day. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV. I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of the Kelly TV family. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with all I'm doing.